The grid's dead. The street is a gray ribbon of broken glass and sirens long since faded. Somewhere, boots crunch through gravel, and a shadow moves between the cars. If you care about the things inside your house or the memory of a life you don't want looted, you have one job. Make your home the idea of trouble, not the prize. You won't win fights. You won't stop every desperate, stupid person or organized gang from trying. What you can do is make your house the worst option on the block. Not invincible, not heroic, just annoying, slow, noisy, obvious, and therefore forgettable. If that sounds mean, good. Most looters are lazy. Give them a reason to move on. If you want the full breakdown of how to get there, subscribe now and stick around. Perception is defense. The first secret step isn't hammer or steel. It's what the house says before anyone lifts a hand. People decide fast. They choose the house that looks empty and easy. You want the opposite. Make your place read like a headache. Hurried boards, a lamp on a timer that comes on in the window at night, curtains that never stay identical, a vehicle in the driveway that never really leaves. Messy, lived-in signals tell a passerby someone's home, or worse, someone is watching. Don't overdo the occupied look into paranoia theater. No flashing neon or constant shouting. Subtle wins. Staggered lights on timers so no two nights are the same. The occasional radio or TV left just loud enough to suggest someone inside. A chair on the porch facing the street like a tired sentinel. All of this skews the math in your favor. The perceived chance of being spotted or wasting time goes up, and for most opportunists, time is the enemy. Rule number 1. Make your house scream problem rather than prize. Reinforce the obvious entry points. Doors and windows are how most houses are taken. Improve the attachment between door and frame. Make forcing entry noisy and slow. Upgrade what's weak without turning your home into an impenetrable bunker. Replace rotten frames, add another lock or two, and make sure fasteners bite solid wood. A door that groans and squeaks under effort leaves evidence and attracts attention. A door that gives quietly leaves none. Windows are visibility. Board them if you must, but do it in a way that reads hurried and defended, not like a fortress of stainless steel. Boards that look improvised say, "We're here and we know how to make life difficult." Use interior coverings that block view but let light through. An enemy who can't see inside can't assess the prize. Sound is your ally. A door that rings the neighborhood when someone shoves it. A window that shatters with an audible, unmistakable crack. These are deterrents. You don't need to detail the exact hardware. You just need to create points where breaking in produces time, noise, and mess. Time and noise draw attention and erode the appetite of opportunists.
Mini hook. If breaking in will take time, they'll pick the house that screams easy. Turn the yard into a delay zone. This is not about spikes or anything that hurts people. It's about friction and uncertainty. A front yard full of mismatched things, old lawn furniture, a stack of tires, a leaning ladder, looks like an obstacle course and suggests someone lives there who uses whatever they can find. A ring of potted plants, a workbench in the driveway, an overturned dumpster or tarp that looks recently moved, all of these slow approach and make movement noisy and conspicuous. Use visibility to your advantage. Trim hedges so there are no easy blind spots between house and curb. Make paths awkward to move through without being hazards that could injure. Motion-activated lights that sweep across likely approaches are a huge psychological win. Sudden illumination makes people feel exposed and often ends the attempt. If the neighborhood is quiet, a single well-placed floodlight or a porch light that comes on unpredictably is a massive deterrent. Remember, Obstacles are about delay and noise, not injuring someone. Do not create trip hazards designed to maim. That's illegal, unethical, and ruins whatever moral ground you still have in a crisis. The goal is to make moving toward your house slow and noisy enough that the bad decision becomes not worth it. Early warning systems are cheap and creative. You don't need high-end gear to know a stranger is near. A battery-powered radio set to static, left on and muffled, can sound like a human presence when someone is approaching. Pet sounds, recorded barks, or an audible motion sensor tied to a speaker project the suggestion of guardians. Wind chimes, strings of tin cans, or hangings that rattle will announce steps and movement before hands reach a door. Think in layers: light, sound, and sight. A motion light announces presence, a noisemaker confirms it, a visual sign that someone is watching, binoculars on the mantle, a weathered camera, or even a decoy camera adds uncertainty. Don't rely on any single system. The point is redundancy. If something fails, another cue still raises the alarm. Practical note: use devices and methods that are safe and legal. Avoid anything that can seriously injure. No booby traps, no improvised weapons. If you supply an alarm, make sure family members and neighbors know what it sounds like. Panic is contagious. Planned, practiced noise is an advantage. Psychology over force. Most human predators in a breakdown are not after a fight, they're after speed and ease. Your job is to be the house they skip because it feels risky, time-consuming, and likely to draw attention. Keep them guessing. Don't advertise your routine. Vary lights, vary sounds, vary the look of occupancy. Unpredictability is a cheap but powerful deterrent. There is value in appearing watched.
Curtains that occasionally part and reveal movement, a pair of boots visible in a closet, a lit cigarette on an empty porch, these tiny narrative cues suggest that the house is not a simple target. A decoy, paired with some legitimate defenses, often does more than a fortress that screams military surplus. Anecdote: I once knew a woman who lived alone on a quiet street. When things went sideways in her town, she didn't board every window or bolt the doors and barricade in. She left one front light on a timer, kept a radio tuned to static behind a curtain, and placed a well-used lawn chair on the porch, as if someone could be sitting there at any moment. People walked past her house and picked the dark, empty ones. When they tried anywhere near hers, the radio's sudden hiss or the porch light snapping on sent them packing. It cost almost nothing, and it kept her home intact. Now the uncomfortable part: safe rooms and exit plans. Put together a space you can fall back to that is easy to secure from inside and plan ways out. A bathroom, a bedroom with a lockable door, a reinforced closet. These are good temporary refuges if you need time to call for help or wait out the danger. Keep essentials in there: water, radio, flashlight, charged power bank, some cash, basic first aid. No more than one way out of the house. Map routes that avoid obvious egress points and practice them so panic doesn't cost you. Your priority is escape, not engagement. If someone still makes it inside, your job is not to win a fight. Your job is to get away whole and pass that knowledge along to others who will organize recovery. This is why planning, practice, and clear-headed actions beat bravado every time. Ethics and legality are not optional footnotes, they are central. Creating devices intended to maim or kill is a crime in many places and morally wrong in almost all circumstances. Booby traps, hidden blades, or anything designed to produce catastrophic injury are off the table. Not only do they remove any legal or ethical claim to your actions afterward, don't do it. If you see advice that reads like a cookbook for harm, discard it and find a safer alternative. You are allowed to be creative with deterrence, but be relentless in avoiding lethal measures. Make this explicit with anyone helping you. We delay, we deter, we escape. We don't injure. The final secret step is practice and community. A single house can be a hard target, but a block that looks coordinated is even harder to touch. Share non-lethal ideas with trusted neighbors, agree on signals, watch shifts, and have a plan for how to communicate when cell networks fail. Strength in numbers doesn't mean forming militias, it means reducing the number of soft targets in your area and increasing the chance that someone will notice and react. Run drills. Simple rehearsals of, if this happens, do X, dramatically reduce chaos.